Hello everybody, welcome back to Motorsport Manager with Thotimx Racing, taking on the Create Your Own Team career mode. And we are headed for 2016 Munich, the 8th event. This will put us 2/3 of the way through this first season. And after pondering things for a while, I have decided to go ahead and spring for the factory upgrade. And, you know, it's going to cost us, yeah, we have the 10 million. It's going to cost us, again, more per race. But we're going to need to do it eventually. And I think that we're making enough money to get away with it. Not more than enough, but just enough. And I'm hoping that by the time we aren't at the bottom of the pack, getting that 250K per race, that we will be doing well enough to get better sponsors and so on. So there we are. Factory upgrading, and of course getting the factory and the design center up to level 2 is a key part of our initial start here. And our design is up to 2nd now for some reason, which is interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of this and interview with Simon Lazenby. Any thoughts on the Aurelian Panis? Thinking working him with the future. He's interesting. Anything can happen in motorsport, so we're not going to commit one way or the other. Just off of our season record, but we did use some backup people. That's not a surprise. Still haven't had any mistakes, which is nice. And let's get our repairs done. We've got more sponsor offers already. Car finish. Okay, Munich just over 3 weeks. We've got brakes and suspension parts. Wow. Look at our engine. All the way down at the bottom, which is, ugh. That's just weird because it was up here and then here, and yeah. That's just bizarre. Okay. Anyway, we want to keep this in place. And we just finished, I do believe, yeah, okay, we're working on the spoiler. And I believe we're working on the first spoiler that I was actually going to want to use. Yeah. So the brakes there were not the ones that we actually wanted to use. Okay, so I want to keep this engine in here for a bit, and then I want to start working on improving their performance. So let's actually do this, and then we'll switch our mechanic here real quick. We're just gonna give this like a day. Take a look at our pit crew. We're gonna want to switch some things around for this race for sure. Let's see about hiring some people. Not too excited about you. And yeah, a bunch of 6s on the tires and then a 7. Which is, yeah, I think I want to hire K here. And I don't think I want the others. Nah, I don't think I'm not going to grab those, so let's go ahead and remove those. Who are we going to put out there? So, Avellino, stay out on the rear jack for one more. 9, and Hernandez on the front jack is a 9. We're not going to do better than that. And then on the tires, let's get Cronin out there. And who else isn't tired? Hackbarth. We've got 8, 9, 8, and 6. So 38 is the sort of the weak link here. We need to switch out DeVos though for that. And then do we have anybody else that's not tired? And Platten would improve it slightly, but I might want him to go on the jack for the next race. So I'm just going to leave that alone. There we go. Let's see if that got us up. Yeah, 82%. Very good. Switch mechanic. Switch to performance. Remove that. There we go. So we're going to be working on boosting this, and yeah, we'll get it mostly done between now and the race. And of course the suspension we can improve, and the brakes we don't have anything to work with, so not yet in any case. Spoiler complete. And let's design a new one. Okay, so 12th, we know. Spoiler. And yeah, I think last time we just did this. I think we want to do that again. Just double checking. There's no reason, I don't think, to do anything else. As a matter of fact, I don't see any reason to do anything but just that. Is the red zone minus 10%? Well, I mean, we could spend less time boosting the reliability, I guess. But is that worth 4 more days? I don't think it is. And then this is just a during race. And the thing is, that won't carry over to next year. What carries over to next year is all I really care about. So there's plus risk levels, nothing that's minus risk levels. Let's go with that one. Yes, I want to continue anyway. Okay, so let's see what we have. That engine up to 140, and then our spoiler is what I want to see. Yeah, 92 out of 131. So I want to get that spoiler going now. So let's switch this back. Take that, well, I mean, I can leave it out there, I guess. They're not going to do anything on it, so it's kind of pointless. And the spoiler, boost reliability, be ready 11 days after the race. But we're going to get it started. And I think that's where I want to go with it. Let's just see how good that is and whether it's going to be worth continuing. And there's our latest spoiler. We've got more scouting done. Shorter practice sessions. And the spoiler is ready. Okay, so with both of those ready now, I can't really significantly improve the spoiler anymore. So what I'm going to be looking at is going back to the brakes. Improve tire wear efficiency. That's one we got last time. And then we're going to want this one and this one, because it does hit the reliability, but we'll just boost that up. Plus 25 and then plus 40. So that's all going to be very nice for us down the road. Sponsors in place. See how we're doing. We're up to 55%, 11 days to go. And now I've got to decide what to do with this vote. So I just want to keep checking in on them, but so far we're not seeing 52. No thank you. Marvin Dienst. 2.5 stars, 66% marketability. And it would normally be 61. Okay. And he's like in the solid category. Like 2.5 stars might be the, yeah. I think That's a little bit rich for us, but if we take a look at our current drivers, so we're paying 120, 128,000. So he'd be a little bit more expensive and a little bit better overall. You see, Lehane, really good smoothness and overtaking, but not really good elsewhere. Boy, that's tough, but I don't think we quite want somebody in that category. And, okay, here's the vote. Now, the thing about this is we've got 2 left. Short practice sessions and reverse grids. I don't care about the reverse grids. I don't want to spend a vote on that. The question is, do I want to go for opposing this or just let it slide? Because we definitely want the longer practice sessions to help us nail our setups. And let's see. 3 are for shortening, 2 are against. I'm going to spend it, I'm going to vote against, and then not vote in the final session, so I've got at least 2 votes starting off the next year. So far, definitely going our way. Somebody is really pushing against. Now we've got, oh boy, that's 5-4, 6-4, 7-4. Okay, and our vote made it a tie. And he votes for it. Unbelievable. The GMA commissioner has now broken the tie twice against us. So we're going to be shortening up practice from 15 to, or 20 to 15. That means it's even more important for me to try to find drivers that have good feedback. Well, I'm not really liking the way the politics of the GMA are going this year because they keep doing things that I don't want. Okay, we're up to 61%. Not sure if this is going to get high enough to use it for the next race or not. Is it a crucial part? It is not, so that will help. I can probably get it out there then. And let's see. And then I'd want to, hit the next one for the next race. But right now, I'm just, because I could be working on both of them, but I think just working on this one is going to get it just good enough to use. Oh, you're going to whine to us about money, are you? No. Are they actually ever going to give us anybody useful? 38 laps, 3.1 miles. Lap record is 133, and there's likely to be some rain. Well, that's not what my forecast says. It says practice and qualifying will have rain. Brakes is a key part. Super soft and soft tires. Arturo Casino, not happy about the brakes. Perhaps you haven't noticed. I mean, we're working on them. Like literally now, they're being currently designed. Montoya expected to perform well in Munich. 5 races approaching crunch time. Benani claims that he's not feeling the pressure. Panis hoping to pick up a few points. Yeah, that's true. We are going to be very low on cash by the end of the season. I'm okay with that. Because we need the things that we've done. Okay. So 3 more days. Where are we at on spoiler? 71%. Okay, I'm going to use it. Going to keep that boosting up to 80% though before I switch to the other one. And now let's see where we are. 80% right on the button, so I might as well switch it now. And then let's adjust who's going to carry what. Well, you know what? I want to see what our sponsors do first. See whether I really want to equalize the cars or not. Okay, 12th or above would give us 670k a race, but just playing 2 races at over 800k a race, yeah, that's a very nice one. Also, could potentially get the chairman off our back. What about you? 16th or above for 8 races, 230k. see, this is the best. This would be better, but our chances of finishing 16th or better, not great. So we're going to take the 3 races at 184K each. 18th or above for 7 races. 3 races at 380K each. 3 races. This, again, this is better. This is over almost 550K each race. That's better even than that one. So yeah. So that's a couple of nice ones, getting us up to almost 4 million. And I imagine that eventually the sponsor bonuses are going to be higher than the fixed payment, but that would require us to actually do, you know, get up higher in probably the top 10 or something. Okay, so I definitely want to equalize the cars as much as I can. Let me do it from the other screen. Because we're not going to be too worried. You know, we don't have a sponsor here to pick. Yeah, we're losing 393,000 before bonuses. Thank you for that. Part fitting. And, of course, we're still picked to finish in the 2 last places, as always. But let's see about balancing this out. Lehane has slightly better brakes. Casino has the slightly better engine. Obviously, they're very even on the gearbox, very even on the suspension. And then I'm going to upgrade them both. I'm going to put Casino in the better starting spoiler that we had, but then give Lehane that new one. So still checking 23rd and 24th, but again, this should be an improvement, and let's see what our rating is. Okay, so the engine went up a little bit, but we're still 12th, 12th, and 12th. And then again, the only thing that we can say is positive about this is that these arrows have gone down. Like the median level, we're getting closer to the median on pretty much all of them. As long as that happens, then it's progress. Might be very small progress, but it is progress. And our design is considered 4th on the grid, so how about that? Heavy rain in 26, heavy rain in 20, clear and 16. So Super Softs may indeed be the best tire, and I'm gonna have to check the distance for our drivers, because I might want to go with Super Softs. It might give us the best. I mean, the temperature's low enough for them, I think. Potentially. And Munich is a track that I've never developed like a particularly strong feeling about one way or the other. Sometimes it seems to be good, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so first of all, our 38 laps, and boy, Casino, I just don't think you're quite going to make it on 2 Super Softs. I'd really like to. But I may just not push it with Casino and try to get him through on 2 Supers. I definitely want to go 2 Supers, I think, with what's his name? Lehane. Okay. Unless he can do it on 1 soft, but again, I very much doubt that. Let's get some more acceleration, something like that for you. And yeah, let's start on the Supers. And you are at, yeah, 38 laps, not going to quite make it. Definitely should make it on 2 Supers though. So I think Supers are what we want to focus on, for sure. And then, boy, do you ever want the weight at the front of your car on this race. Yeah, all the freaking, well, maybe there, but yeah. pretty much all the way up. And then, let's see, about there. Boy, yeah, all the way. So let's see how this works. And hold on, let's check our weather, because it said it was going to rain, but not immediately. There's no sign of it happening right away. Switch to race trim, take that 10 seconds. Thankfully, it's 10 seconds no matter how crap your pit crew is. Oh, look, you both want qualifying trim. No. .1 Casino, 7.1 for Lehane, so at least we're looking solid on our form once again to start things off. And at 20 degrees, we're seeing a slight amount of heat up, it looks like, on the tires, which is, again, it's going to be 16. Now we're down at 19. So, still no sign of rain. Yeah. I mean, the softs, we definitely have to fry them. I'm kind of in a bind on Casino because I just don't think he's quite going to make it with two. I mean, I think I'm just going to have to be careful on his tires. I don't want him to switch to soft, so I think I'm going to be careful on his tires and have him go into the red. And even then, I don't know if that works. But does it really matter that much? Probably not. Casino wants more weight in the front. With the length of this track, let's see. I think we're definitely looking at getting, again, level 2 trim. Yeah, well over 2 minutes for everybody. So I just want to stay out here. And again, make changes at the end if we get there. But oh yeah, 2.7 for Casino. Lehane wants more acceleration. Casino wants more weight in the front. Okay, hold on. We're going to get some weather. Let's try to make it to that and then see how bad it's going to get. It looks like we're going to want to go inters. This is basically the full Munich track. May be the longest version of it. And we're only going to get to level 1, I think. There's Lahane slipping ahead. Track grip declining. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it around another lap. Let's go ahead and bring both of our cars in. %, good start. Feeling good about where the weight is, and I can't really make much change of that anyway. We want more acceleration. So that would go about there. And I'm going to guess more, yeah, because that'll push your speed down a little bit too. Let's try that. Race trim, switch to inters. And we're going to be wanting inters for a while. If I can get to level 1 inters, then that would be nice. Because it's going to be wet for long enough, I'm definitely not going to be able to get to level 2 on the current tires. Nailed the handling, very nice. 84%. And the speed balance is good. We'll go with a little more acceleration there, and you said you want more weight in the front, which fits with what everybody else has been saying. Okay, weight all the way to the front. Acceleration. All the way, and then the handling. There. Okay, let's try that. Looks like we're going to be butting up against the limits of the car once again here. Water's going to go down somewhat the last few minutes. Yeah, I think to get our level 2 race trim, we pretty much got to stay out on this. And then I'm hoping... Cool. I'm hoping towards the end of this, we'll be able to get another set of data. But that's going to depend on how our race trim does. '21st and 24th isn't as bad as before, but it's not good. And everybody's happy with the changes, so... Well, I say that, but you don't like the speed balance. Okay. See if we can change up Casino and give them more speed. If there is time. The rain's going to stop. I'd still like to stay out there until we get the inters, though, because we're not going to get any more out of the super soft tires. A little bit more till I have to switch to conserve. By the time we get around for this, I don't think there's going to be time to make any changes. There's our level 2 race trim. Well, maybe there will be. Let's go ahead and come in. I mean, it can't hurt anything one way or the other. We'll see if it gives us... So I've got to be able to make changes, get back out on the track. Okay. Got 47 seconds, so I can make minimal changes here, but we're at 97%. So all we need to do is tweak the speed. Like that. And then, you know, switch back to the tires. Just for fun. Casino. Okay, we just want speed here. You've got 40 seconds. Change your tires back. And then we had good there and okay here. So you want something that looks about like that. And I don't even know if we're going to get a reading on these. You're going to be out on the track for like 15 seconds. Casino, not even that long. I think maybe I've got to get that full partial lap in to even give myself any data. But if not, I will just go ahead and try that again at the beginning of qualifying. Either way, both drivers getting 2 out of 3 categories in place. So hopefully a single start and stop in qualifying would do the trick. Because that's all we're going to get. Oh my. Well, Casino's right. Lehane is not. So our practice performance, miserable as usual, but it's nice to see Lehane at least like more competitive than we've had our drivers be in the recent races. So let's see if that leads anywhere or not. No comments here. Mulsanne doing great in practice. Giovanardi was half a second, over half a second in first, so that's really impressive. And it was supposed to rain for qualifying, but no sign of it immediately. And that could be a problem for our whole start and stop deal. But there's no sign of it right away. So the fact that we might get it later is interesting to me. I'm going to, super softs and inters, the only things worth using here. And then, since Casino is ready, I want to send him out. But I'll send out Lehane first and just try to tweak his setup. Yeah, we're down to 95%. That was some excellent grip. Okay, so we need a slightly more understeer. And then we had poor, great, and good on the speed. So we want slightly more understeer and then a little bit more speed, which probably should fit hand in hand. Yeah, that right there should be really close. But let's go out there, and no reason not to do it on fresh tires. And you, 98%, excellence across the board, you're ready to go. I'm going to send them both out right away. The difference is, this is just a start and stop for Lehane. Casino's going to set a time, only because I'm concerned about the weather, because if the weather doesn't hit, then he's not going to do particularly well. Given that we're, going to be messing up with the grip. But that also balances... I'm sort of hedging my bets here. Because either way the weather goes, I'm going to have one driver setting a good time. or as good of a time as they can, at any rate. Tire temps not being particularly finicky this time around. There we go. Lehane coming in to let us know what he thinks of those changes. And he thinks they're great, so we're at 99 and 98. Casino out on the flying lap, and then the question is, when do we send Lehane out? And I'm not going to need to make any changes except for the tire. So I think 3 minutes should be sufficient. Oh, we got rain coming. Didn't even consider that. So let's see. What kind of time do we have? That's going to hit at about 3 minutes. Okay, so he's going to have... Doesn't matter what happens, he's going to have pretty crap results. So let's just send him out, switch him to inters, and see what happens. Some of the other drivers are going to be running laps into the rain on dry tires, so we still could end up okay there. We're probably going to be one of those where we get better qualifying times than we deserve. You can see Casino now almost a second behind the pace. Lehane going to be much farther behind the pace, but starting to get some water on the track, and we've still got some drivers that are just starting, so they're going to be the ones that are in trouble. Yeah, Casino second, and other drivers coming in ahead. These short qualifying sessions really make it a tense thing. You're just sort of riding the edge of the knife there to see what you get, especially with the weather changes. And even if I'd sent Lehane out right away, I still wouldn't have made it. Nailing his setup for the race more important than where we finish in qualifying. Yeah, you can see some really slower times there. Casino is going to finish 11th, which is a heck of a starting position. Curious to see how many of these people Lehane beats, and at this rate maybe he'll be at 4 seconds, and maybe around 15th or 16th. Making his way through traffic pretty easily. And yeah, I think he's going to end up 16th. And so it is. Well, under optimal conditions for the other drivers, we would never have finished 11th and 16th. So let's see if we can make anything out of this and get a top 20 finish out of the race. Second and a half and over 4, but of course those times not going to be particularly representative under the situation. Less money on helicopters, jacuzzis, more on your cars. You know, we're spending pretty much everything we can on the cars. We're just starting at a place where we suck. Partly cloudy, partly sunny. Is it going to rain? Is it not? Many questions abound for the race. What does the weather say? It says 16 and sunny. It says no rain that we can see. Okay. Super softs and race trim it is. And Lehane could... race trim. And since this is only 5%, I'm going to go with a light-footed. Oh no, that's ultras. Never mind. I keep thinking that's supers. That's ultras. I don't want that. Both cars set up as well as I can nail them. 28, 29, or 98 and 99. We're going to go out on super softs for both. Casino is going to drop some because I just can't. I have to conserve his tires. I have no choice. So he's going to drop fairly quickly, I have a feeling, because of that. I can be more aggressive with Lehane because I'm expecting to get about 24 laps out of each of his, so he's got some wiggle room. So neutral, tire wear there, and overtake, and we'll go double red, of course, for Bill Lehane. Okay, can we get anything done? Boom, 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 all the way back in row... see where we are. We should be row 6. We've got Casino with a 5, alongside Gio Venardi, who won the practice round, at a 6. Then Lehane at a 7. Lehane looking the stronger driver, but he will not start out as far up in the field. Casino, decent start. Lehane with a good start. And we're still 11th and 16th, then 11th and 14th, and now Casino dropping as we get through some turns. Whoa, who was that going way out there? Aurelian Compt. So 13th and 16 now. Some crazy close driving, as usual, at the start. But Casino holding his own better than I thought he would. It is 16. He is going to need a push some, so I will push a little bit here. You can see Lehane having trouble with his tire temp, so I'm going to back him off to push. We'll push with both drivers. No sign of water yet. 14th and 16th, so we're holding just back of the middle of the pack. Some very new territory for us compared to recent races. Oh, and Lehane sliding up on the inside as Casino got caught up in traffic. Lehane looking to grab that... oh, well, we're going to have to go back to neutral now. No choice there, as the tires are going to fry otherwise. Lap 2 of 38 here in Munich. I'm going to let Casino's tires get up to about the halfway point, and then we'll drop back to neutral, because he does have to try to conserve them. 14th and 18th now. There we go. Now we'll drop to neutral. Lehane now in 15th. Struggling along with a couple of cars here. Boy, 3 wide. He manages to hold 15th barely over Giovinardi. '15th and 17th. So we seem to be slipping slightly, and Casino's driving is turning to garbage, unfortunately. Time to go medium on the fuel. Both drivers about 0.7 in the hole. Lehane driving very well at 8.6, boding well for his chances of holding a respectable position. Meanwhile, up at the front, we've got Morbidelli in a close race over DuPont, and then Panis, a bit of a gap there back to Bonani, and then those top 4 accelerating a bit away from the field. Casino now down to 20th. Ooh, Lehane got stuck there. See if he can maintain his spot, and I don't think he did. He lost it to Richard. Gaining about, I don't know, about 0.04 per lap. Let's see. I can afford to go high some. Not a lot, but some. It does seem to be consistently about 0.04 that we gain back in fuel. And Casino driving horribly, unfortunately, but Lehane doing quite well. Casino locking up, losing some tire wear, which I really couldn't afford to have happen. See how much Lehane loses on this lap. Lehane bidding to get by Richard here. Battling and battling and then losing, it appears. Feels like we've been out here a while and we're only coming to the end of lap 5. Munich is indeed a long track. And we are seeing, times in upper, 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes, 20 seconds. It's like about 4% tire wear a lap, so at that rate, yeah, Lehane is going to have probably just enough tire to get by, which means Casino is not even going to be close. So if we don't get rain, I think I've got to have Casino go to softs. The super soft bonus is not enough, in my opinion. Only the 5%, the level 1 trim. It's not enough to justify a second stop. And there we go. Tarquini looking to get by Lehane. We're side by side here. Let's go ahead and push a bit. There we go. Now back to, yeah, that. Push a bit more. I just want to push just enough to keep this spot if I can. Battle that won't go away. Oh, now we lost it. Okay, back to neutral. Casino 1.1, just driving miserably, down to 22nd. So unfortunately we can probably just about stick a fork in him. They'll be taking a fairly early pit. No sign of water yet. And I think it's time for our drivers to slide back on to medium so that we don't run out of fuel. And I think that's really what I want to go to from now on with this setup. Pushing for the first several laps of a race. Quarter of it or fifth of it or whatever, and then backing off, as that 0.04 does seem to be a stable amount. Slightly higher and lower on some tracks, but it's close to that same amount. '17th and 22nd here in lap 8. Some tight racing here. And I'm going to push for a bit with Lehane's tires. His form sort of coming back to a more good but neutral level, and the Casino is just a bloody disaster right now. And we're going to back off to neutral there. Still 16 degrees. No sign of rain anywhere. Lehane trying to get by, who is that? Tarquini. Can't quite make it happen. I think I need to back off the tires here. I need to let that tire temperature drop. We don't have a lot of extra tire to burn. You see quite the pack here, all the way up through here. Lehane right in the middle of it. No big gaps between drivers in that section. Casino is now back to 23rd, in between the two Nagys, and could be very well about to drop to last. Bjork looking to make the pass on Lehane. Not this time, at least. Yeah, and Casino now is back to last. Lehane looking like he's going to give up that spot, but hasn't done it yet. Still driving at 6.1. Track grip up to medium now, continuing to improve. The weather is as stable can be after the volatile practice and qualifying sessions, where it was anything but. Looks like we're going to have a little bit more fuel to burn as well later on. Despite the pressure from Bjork, I really think I need to not push the tires anymore. Let's see where we're at the end of this lap. It looks like it's going to be 54%. Could mean about 7 more laps. Yeah. I'm going to barely finish the race on the tires I'm using. I'm probably going to have to go a little bit into the red on Lehane. So I definitely do not want to go crazy at all. Yep, and there we go. There's the spot losing. Bjork has longer lasting tires, so it's not a huge surprise. At least Lehane is actually fighting for something. Losing another spot now to Coronel. At least I thought I was. Oh, that was Giovinardi. Staying ahead of Coronel for the moment. But possibly only for the moment. Lehane seeming to hold at 5.7, a good but not great driving performance. And then back to 20th. I'm going to push a little bit more with Casino here. I want to bring him in around lap 15 and get on those softs. Well, I guess I should be happy that his form is slightly less crappy than it was at 0.6. Lehane's going up a hair as well. Yeah, now we'll drop back to neutral. And Tassi putting the pressure on Lehane now. And losing the spot. So we were looking okay for a while, but then, you know, the fact that we basically suck is now coming to the fore very much. And Casino not going to make it to lap 15. I'm going to have to make that stop now. And be pretty careful, I think, with these tires. We'll do our usual balanced approach. And in this case, be the first car to come in. Of course, what are you going to do? Fall out of last place? Up to 0.94. So 30 seconds behind the field, like he's just all alone, by himself. And Lehane up to 7.2, so seeing a definite bounce back. Got a few more laps here. And I think I've got nothing else to do at the moment. Up to 7.9. Nagy coming up behind, but we're not going to change our outlook pretty much no matter what. No change in the weather. 9.0 for Lehane. His tire's getting really low as we get to lap 17. We're going to have to push him a bit here now. Let's get that temperature up. And then bring it back down. And I could pit on this lap, or I could let them go red. And I think I want to let them go red. Make sure we have enough tire on that final stint. And there we go, losing the spot. Got to push him a little bit more. 26% entering this lap. There we go. But they went red partway through the lap. So that's okay. Slow things down and make a stop. And Casino is flatlined at 0.0. He barely recognizes which pedals to push and which way to turn, apparently. One might even, question whether he's under the influence of adult substances. And 22%, of course, is only a small degradation in how well the tires are going to perform. We've gotten quite fortunate with no mistakes, but it's happening again. Down to 23rd behind Compt and Bonani. Of course, so far, we haven't seen any big repair pit stops. We haven't seen any of the things that might help us. We can afford to burn a little bit here, so we're going to go high and push, and then high and neutral. So I do think I want to conserve Lahane's tires as much as I can, but just use what we can of the fuel that's remaining. And there's Panis coming in, having to do some repairs. And I think that should just about do it for our fuel burning. But unless somebody else has a serious repair or whatever, I mean, we are going to finish in these last two spots. Let's just get through the rest of this dreck a little bit faster. I think a lot of what's happening is the other cars' teams have figured out their reliability. We got there faster than they did. We had to do less repairing than them early on, but now, again, the difference in how good their equipment is just, it's too much to overcome. And that leaves us where we are. It doesn't even really matter how well we drive now. We got lucky with the qualifying. We're still not good enough to hang with them unless we get some sort of significant luck. And so both cars are, less than 2/3 the way through the race, and we're a minute behind, essentially. Lehane driving very well at 9.8 and not really making any headway. To push a little bit here now to boost up those tire temps. .0 now on the driving. And Tossi comes in, but still 3 seconds ahead of us. And now we'll back off. Let's see how much tire Casino is using. So I'm confident I know where Lehane's at. .60% to begin this lap. Was his best of the race despite his horrible form. That's interesting. There's only 3 cars out now on soft tires. Casino is one of them. So yeah, losing 3% a race. Yeah, he's going to be down to pretty much the red zone on his tires as well. So I want to run both of them as low as we can. And whoa, Lehane is right behind Nagy, who just came out. But I still, you know, we have more worn tires, so we're still going to have the problem here. It looks like just about everybody going to make it on one pit stop. Maybe not, yeah, I mean, Compt really the only one that looks like is going to have a real problem. So if that needs to be a second stop there, you can see those tires at 50%. About 10% worse than Lehane with several laps left to go. So that could be something that could benefit us. But other than that, we're really grasping at straws to be like, ooh, maybe I can finish 22nd. Well, it doesn't really do us any good. Both drivers definitely need to push a little bit more to get up their tire temps. And I'm going to slow it down a bit because it's time to burn even more fuel. This track proving to be a little bit kinder on fuel than I expected. squeeze every last bit of stuff out of it just to have the practice in doing it. No other real reason. And okay, I need you to go down. And now Lehane. Let's also switch back to neutral on both cars. Lehane all the way down to subpar driving now. Almost 5 seconds back of Nagy, and then another 2.5 to the other Nagy. Casino a further 15 seconds back. And just a few laps to go now. If we look at Comped, Philippi not doing much better. Comped at 25%. Probably, I think, gonna make it. Gonna just eke out the finish. Let's go push here. Casino doesn't really need to. As the softs... Temperature, and yeah, 16 degrees the whole race. Just gradually getting faster. Leaders now with 2 laps left. Morbidelli going wide. But as the race leader, that doesn't really matter. It's got a big enough lead, too. Wiping the field. Not even going to come close to losing him the top position. And we're caught up on fuel now with a lap and a half to go. Both drivers going to go a little bit into the red on this final lap. So I feel like we did just about as well as we could here. It just, of course, was not nearly good enough. Things are going to get a lot more fun when we get good enough to compete and we actually are jostling for position again. We had some of that earlier in the season. But it looks like for the 2016 year, that's pretty much in the rearview mirror. And we just need to take our punishment a few more times before we get to the off season. See what Casino has to say. Imagine it'll be about the same. Yep. And Morbidelli coming through with a win. So we survive another butt kicking in Munich. Pole position and victory to Morbidelli on the fastest lap goes to Thiago Monteiro. And Lehane actually moves up a spot thanks to park penalty on Daniel Nagy of Zango Motorsport. Not that that really helps us. 0 across the board. Pressure must be mounting on me after that. No, not really. That's an interesting thing to say since he just finished last. 1.0. That might be the worst I've ever seen for a race. Down to 5.2 on the year. And has finished dead last now 3 times, including the last 2 races. 7.2, one of the stronger... I mean, Lehane's driving performances have been strong lately. There's no question about that. But, yeah. And we ended up being plus 36,000 for the race thanks to our last place bonus. New brakes are in, so we'll need to take a look at that next time. And 6 more pit crew to potentially hire. More scouting coming in. Continuing to work on our HQ. 16 weeks till that factory's ready. But mostly, oh, looks like we're going back to Tondela. That's interesting. I didn't remember. Yeah, we do Tondela twice and Munich twice. Tondela, Munich. Cape Town City. That's weird. Okay. In any case, is probably a different layout of the track. There are probably only 4 races. There are only 4 races left in this season, and that's about the best thing we can say about it. So back to Tondela next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. More Motorsport Manager will continue.